40 rupees the local person is actually selling, but if you make the product as how much? 35 rupees. See the word domestic market, that means what? If I'm selling in my own country, that is called domestic market. Now a person from Bangalore or Chennai or anywhere, he is asking me for 30 rupees. Will I go with it? Definitely no. If I make profit, I will sell it to Australia, Dubai, Chennai, wherever it is, I'll sell it if I make profit. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students. This is your last session of marginal costing, where I will be explaining you about make or buy decision, and one more is there, that is all about accept and reject. Here I'll tell you what exactly happens when we go with make or buy decision. We have a problem called problem number 11. So here Ravi Company Limited, which produces component X. Now we have a component X, and what exactly the breakdown cost? See, the word breakdown cost means they have given each and everything very transparent. So we have here materials rupees 20, labor is 10, direct expenses is rupees 5, and the last one is fixed expenses rupees 10. So I told you, whenever we go with the make or buy decision we are not supposed to include fixed cost. Next is the same is available in the market at 40 rupees, giving an assurance of regular delivery. Now there is another person who is actually selling the component X at 40 rupees. So this is the selling price of the person. Now if I buy, I should buy for 40 rupees, but what is it? If I make, how much it will be? So you are supposed to calculate. That is what it is. Now A, advise the management whether they will make the product or buy. The second question is B, what will be your decision if the other supplier offer at 50 rupees per unit? So see here, if I buy for 40, how much? It is 40 rupees. So whether I'll make or buy, again here they have given more than 40 rupees, that is 50 rupees. What will be your decision? More than solving the problem, here you are supposed to convince the examiner saying that this is what the reason is for my decision, whether I'll make the product or buy the product. So it's a 10 marks question. So here we'll go with the solution. The first is the solution number A. Let's go with A. Now what is that you are supposed to do is you are supposed to write down each and everything properly. So the first one here we have material, labor. So here given, you can go with this, given material and write down. Next is labor. Next, after that you have direct expenses. Next you have as fixed expenses. Now we'll write down all the numbers here. Material is rupees 20. Then we have 10 and 5 and 10. So it is here 5 and 10. Total if you go with 20 plus 10 is 30, 35, 45. So it is how much? 45 rupees per unit. But we know that whenever we go for any decision of make or buy, when it comes to the make decision, we will not include fixed costs. So you'll write here. We know that for a decision to be taken as for making the product, we know that for making the product, we should not include, you should write all these things. We shouldn't include fixed expenses or fixed cost, anything, right? Fixed costs or expenses. So what will happen? Therefore, you will go with this. See, all these things you are supposed to write because it's the part A is for 6 marks and part B is for 4 marks. But in this problem, what they have done is they have given you 2 questions. The same way, part A is what it has more weightage. Part B, they have little kind of a weightage because here only you will go with all the calculation. You will only get to know that for 40 rupees of selling price, will I make or buy? The same thing is for 50, what exactly it is. So 50 is more than 40. So the last one is that the B part, the B question is only for 3 marks and the A question is for 7 marks in this question. So here again you will, so we'll go with this. Now we know that making the product, we should not include fixed costs, all those things. So here I'll write. So decision. What type of a decision you will actually take? Again, you are supposed to write here. Material is 20. Then labor is 10. Next is direct expenses is 5 rupees. Now we will not include fixed. So total those things. So we have here 35 rupees. Now this is the, if we manufacture, this is what the cost which will incur. So now you need to give a conclusion for it. This is how it is. See, 40 rupees the local person is actually selling. But if you make the product as how much? 35 rupees. That means for each product you will be saving how much? 5 rupees. So you will write a note here. Let me just write it a note here. Note. If I make it is 35 rupees. If I buy it is 40 rupees. So what is your decision? My decision is to make the product. My decision is what? To make the product. If you go with that, you will get how much? 7 marks. Now understand the question here. The same is available in the market for how much? 40 rupees. Now you are supposed to advise the management. So I'll just erase this for you here. So this is what it is. So we have solved the part A. And what is my decision? My decision is to make the product, because now you need to give a reason also, because from each product I'll be saving 5 rupees if I manufacture component X. Next thing is we have the B, that is what will be your decision if the other supplier offers at 50 rupees. Please don't go for conclusion of 35 and 50. Again you are supposed to work out because it is again for 3 marks. So what exactly you are supposed to do here? You write here B. Again same kind of a thing. See, very easily you are getting 10 on 10. So I want you people to at least spend 10 minutes for this problem. So here again you will write material, labor, direct expenses. Material is 20. Labor, what exactly is your labor? Please check your questions properly. Labor is 10 and direct expenses is 5. So here 10, here 5. So it is total 35 rupees per unit. How much you got? 35 rupees per unit. So what is the option here? The same is available. The same is available for 50 rupees. So what you will do? 50 minus 35 is equal to how much? 15. 15 rupees per unit. You will save, if you manufacture the product, you will save, if you manufacture the product, hence you will make the product. Again, your decision is what? What is your decision? Your decision is you will make component X. This is how you will be writing. Again, here also, if you go with that, let's go with note. If I make it as 35 rupees, if I buy it as 50 rupees. So what is that you will do? The same is available for 50 rupees in the market. In the market. Okay, in the market. So 50 minus 35 is 15 rupees per unit. So you will actually save how much? 15 rupees per unit for each and every component. Hence you will actually make component X. So both the situation, what exactly we are doing here is we are making the product. So here what exactly we got is, we have got the situation like this. Part A question is also, we will go with the making decision. Part B also will go with the making decision, because to make it as 35 and to buy it was 40 and 50. So this is how we'll solve make or buy decision. So here both the product we have what? The make decision. So let's go with the next one. The next one we have as problem number 12. Now what exactly this problem is? Now in this problem you need to understand that it's a totally different type of a problem which I have brought to you people. I purposely wanted to solve this here in the first class of this problem itself. The reason here is it's a university problem, and I'll tell you, if you have learned marginal cost statement, if you have learned marginal cost properly, you can easily do this with little trick of Abhilash Chandra. Now I'll tell you how exactly we are supposed to do. Before that, let's understand what the problem is. Now problem number 12, and this is the last problem of marginal costing. We have Smart Export Limited. There is a company which is called Smart Export Limited, is producing and selling 20,000 units of its product. That means they are selling as well as they are producing. And how much they are selling? That is 20,000 units. So we'll mark the figures, 20,000 units. In the domestic market, see the word domestic market, that means what? If I'm selling in my own country, that is called domestic market. Say I'm a producer or a manufacturer or a seller in India, that means what? This is my domestic market and I'm supposed to be here itself placed at a price of rupees 60 per unit. That means how much is the price? 60 per unit. Now understand, you should write like this: domestic market. How much is the units produced as well as sold? That is 20,000 units. In domestic, it is how much? 20,000 units. What is the rate? Rate is how much here? 60 per unit. That is, you will go with rupees 60 per unit. Domestic, that is one. Next, the breakdown cost. What is it? The breakdown costs are as follows. The breakdown costs are as follows. So what exactly the breakdown? Breakdown cost means they have given you each and every detail about where the fixed cost was, where the variable cost was. They have broken down the cost and it is all transparent. So here cost per unit. So everything is what? Cost per unit. The first one here is direct materials. Now direct materials is 10 rupees per unit. All these things are what? Per unit. Direct labor is also what? Rupees 7. Now both of them, direct material as well as direct labor, it is 100% variable cost. That means it will change, right? Next, factory expenses, they have given fixed variable. That means semi-variable is there as well as semi-fixed. Now office expenses, fixed and variable means semi-fixed, semi-variable. Next is they are asking us an importer. Now please underline this one. Importer, that means a foreign person, right? An importer from Australia. See, the country is also given, that is Australia. Now place an order for 6,000 units. So again you are supposed to write here foreign order. Foreign, how much it is? 6,000 units. Now you need the rate, isn't it? Now 6,000 units at a price. Now they have given a price rupees 30 per unit. How much is the price? 30. So again here you'll write rupees 30 per unit. Done. See, some product, we don't know what exactly the product is. If I'm selling in India, I'm selling it for 60 rupees. Now I got a call from a foreign order, that is Australia. From Australia, I got a dealer where he says that he needs my product and he needs only 6,000 units, but the selling price, understand? These are selling price. Selling price is how much? 30 per unit. I'm selling, this is again selling price of India or any country where you are selling, right? That is what it is, right? Domestic market in the sense the place where we are doing on a regular basis, the home country or the host country. And here foreign in the sense what? They are the people who are actually asking us whether we will accept the order or reject the order. So this problem is all about accept or reject. What is this? This is all about accept or reject. Done. Now, please understand, whenever we get any orders like this, never think that in India, I'm selling it for 60 and that person is asking for 30, that is half of it. I will reject the order. Don't do that. You are supposed to go with a proper calculation. Now, three things. Let's go with optimism, right? The first one is, I'm getting an order from Australia. That means I have a demand in Australia. That is one thing. As a manufacturer or a seller, you are supposed to think. Second thing is, you are getting a market in Australia. That is the second point. But the ultimate point, what exactly it is? Now, I should think as a manufacturer, a businessman who is getting a customer from a foreign country. If I make profit, I will give it to him. If I don't make profit, I will not give it to him. That is how you are supposed to understand. So, the entire process is dependent on one thing. What exactly that is? Profit. If I make profit, I will sell it to Australia, Dubai, Chennai, wherever it is, I'll sell it. If I make profit. If I don't make profit, I'll not even sell it to the other area as well. So this is what my logic would be. So we are supposed to go with the calculation. I'll tell you what exactly the calculation will look like. The first one here. Now this is A. Now we have two types of question here. Understand the question here. A, will you accept or reject the foreign order? Second is B, what if the order was placed by a local dealer? So let's go with A. Now we know that domestic we will write, foreign we will write. If you know this domestic and foreign, clearly you can be easily, you will actually do all the problem. Now domestic, how much is he actually selling or he is manufacturing? That is 20 units. That is 20,000 units. So we'll write here 20,000 units. And foreign, how much exactly it is? It is, let's again check. Foreign is 6,000 units. So this is the foreign one. So we have written 6,000 units. Done. 20% of our job is done. Now we are supposed to go with tabulation. Now what kind of a tabulation we are supposed to go? I'll just show it to you. Now we will have three columns like this. The first column is called as particulars, where we'll have the working note as well. So we'll go with particular. Then here domestic, and then we'll go with foreign. So we have three. One is particular, domestic, foreign order. Now the ultimate thing is, I told you, is what? If I make profit, I'll go for it. If I don't make profit, I'll reject the order. So how to go with this? S minus V is equal to F plus P. Now we know this formula. Marginal cost statement, if you remember, the same way we are supposed to place it here. Now if I make profit, I will accept the order. If I don't make profit, I'll reject the order. So I need to find whether I'm making profit or not. So for that, what happens is the fixed cost will go here. So S minus V minus F is equal to P. Done. Now my pro forma for accept or reject order is what? First is sales. Then I need to subtract it with variable cost because the function is minus. Whatever I get, those two is called as contribution. Again, I need to subtract with fixed cost. Then the ultimate what I get is profit. If I make profit, I'll accept it. If I don't make profit, I'll reject it. So here the first one is what? Sales. What is the first one? Sales. Now for each and everything, I'll show you the working note. Please do write the same working note because it's a 10 marks question for you people in the board examination. Now here the sales. What will I do is, I'll write here domestic, I'll write here foreign. If you are able to see this, sales, what is that I have done? Domestic is there, foreign is there. Now what is the working note? Domestic, how much is the unit? 20,000 units. So I'll write here 20,000. Foreign is how much? Here we have is how much? 6,000 into. Now what is that you are supposed to do is check the question now. Now let me erase everything for you. Done. The breakdown cost is here. Smart Export Limited is producing how much? 20,000 units of its product. The product, we don't know what exactly the product is, in the domestic market at a price 60 per unit. So selling at 60. That means what is that you should do here? Into 60. So domestic is what? Sales is how much? Into 60. The same way here if we go, foreign how much it is? Now foreign is how much? 6,000 units. And he's asking for how much? Rupees 30. So here we'll go with rupees 30. Done. This is my working note for sales. Now 6 2s is 12. So it is 12 lakh. I'll write here how much? 12 lakh. Now 6 3s is 18. So here I'll write 1,80,000. It is how much? 1,80,000. So we are done with the sales now. Now what is the next function? Sales is done. I need to go with variable. And what is the function? Negative, that is minus. I need to subtract. So here I'll write minus variable cost. Minus variable cost. Now in the problem we are supposed to check what are the variable costs we have. Now see variable cost, where exactly it is? We have direct material, direct labor. What is that we have? Direct material and direct labor. So we'll take here first one. Direct material, direct labor. Now I'll tell you how to go with the working note. Now direct material, direct labor, domestic and foreign, you just do it. Here this is the working note. Working note. We'll go with variable cost, right? Variable cost. Direct material is that. Here we'll go with domestic. Here we'll go with foreign. Direct material 10. 10 in the sense here domestic is 10 into 20,000. 20,000. Foreign is what? Again 10 into 6,000. So this is what the direct material is. Next is direct labor is how much? Direct labor. It is for 7. 7 into 20,000. Here 7 into 6,000. So this is what my direct material and direct labor is. Next, what exactly we have is factory expenses, office expenses. We have semi-fixed and semi-variable. We'll do it later. Now understand. 10 into 20,000. So 10 into 20,000 is how much? You have here 2 lakh. 10 into 20,000. 10 into 20,000 is 2 lakh. Now 10 into 6,000 is 60,000. So we'll write here 60,000. Done. Next, direct labor. 7 2s is 14. So it is how much? 1,40,000. So we'll write here 1,40,000. And the next one we have is 7 6 is 42. So it is 42,000. So we'll write here 42,000. 42,000. So we got 60 and then we got 42,000. Done. Next one, again minus your semi-variable cost is there. No. Now what are the semi-variable costs? Two things are there. One is factory expenses we have, and we have office expenses. So factory expenses, what is it? Variable. Only variable you are supposed to take. Only variable. Now again here we'll go with factory expenses and office expenses. Now here factory expenses we have how much? 4. For the domestic is 4 into 20,000. Here it is 4 into 6,000. Here as 3 into 20,000. Again 3 into 6,000. See, these are the working notes which you people need to go with. You go with domestic, foreign. See, for foreign it is all multiplication with 6,000. Here multiplication with 20,000. So 4 2s is 8, in the sense we have 8,000. So we'll write here factory expenses. How much is it? 4 2s are 8, 80,000. 80,000. And then 4 6 is 24. In the sense we have 24,000. So 24,000. Next way, office expenses, 3 2s are 6, so it is 60,000 here. Here we'll write 60,000. And what is that 60,000? Office expense. Done. Next we have is 3 6 is 18, so it is 18,000. I'll write here 18,000. So what is that? My variable cost, all these things, variable cost and semi-variable cost, both if it is called total variable cost. My variable cost here, it is done. So I'm done with S minus V here. Now I'll calculate. Whatever I get, that is called my contribution. What is that called as? Contribution. Now I need to subtract each and everything here. So let's go with this. Please have a calculator. 12 lakh minus 2 lakh minus 1,40,000 minus 80,000, again minus 60,000. Done. So I got 7,20,000. 7,20,000 in the contribution of domestic. Now here, both the way you are supposed to write rupees symbol. See, even in the foreign also it is rupees. Though it is Australia, they are asking for how much? Only 30 rupees as a selling price. So again, everything is rupees. Now 1,80,000 is here. 1,80,000 minus 60,000 minus 42,000. 42,000 minus, again we have 24,000 minus 18,000. So it is 36,000 is what we actually got here. 36,000. Next is that what exactly we are supposed to do. Understand. Sales minus variable cost, we are done. We got contribution. Now minus fixed cost. Again, I need to subtract fixed cost. So I'll go with here. Minus fixed cost. Now what are the fixed costs? That is semi-fixed cost we had. Now in the question, if you understand, we have taken variable and variable. We are supposed to take fixed here and fixed here. So again, the entries are here like this. For fixed, that is again factory expenses, and then we have office expenses. Go with this. Now we have 12 here. So that means here 12 into 20,000 and here 12 into 6,000. Next we have is what? Office expenses. That is here we have 6 into 20,000, 6 into 6,000. But just wait a minute. Don't solve this. I'll tell you, don't solve this. Don't write this anywhere. Only go with domestic. Now 12 twos are again 24. In the sense you have 2,40,000. So we'll write here 2,40,000. Factory expenses. Again we have how much? 2,40,000. Don't write the foreign one, the fixed cost. Next is office. 6 twos is 12. In the sense we have here 1,20,000. So we'll write here 1,20,000. That is office expenses is how much? 1,20,000. Now whatever the amount we get, that is called our profit. We are done with everything now. Now don't do anything here in the foreign one. Okay. Now let's calculate. 7,20,000. 7,20,000 minus 24, in the sense 2,40,000 minus 1,20,000 is equal to 3,60,000. So I got how much? 3,60,000 profit in the domestic. Now understand. This is where you are supposed to know. This is what you are supposed to understand. And this is how you are supposed to solve. Do not write the fixed cost amount in the foreign. Reason I'll tell you here. This is blank, nil and nil. Reason I'll tell you, sir, even for foreign we are supposed to do. No. See, fixed cost, once if it is paid, you will not pay for something more. Now, example I'll tell you. Say, I have gone for a rented house and I have paid 10,000 rupees. Now, in the domestic, I have paid my fixed cost. Now, my friend will come from somewhere. Now, when he is residing in my own building or my own house, should he also pay the rent of the month? Definitely no, because I have already paid. Now, understand the fixed cost concept. Total fixed cost remains same. So, whether I manufacture 6,000 of foreign or 10,000 of foreign or 40,000 of foreign or 1 crore of foreign also, I'll not be paying my fixed cost. That's why whenever you go with the foreign order, we are not supposed to include fixed cost. That's why I told you here. Now understand, do not calculate this. You are not supposed to calculate fixed cost. Only which one? Fixed cost you are not supposed to calculate for foreign order. Because already we have paid in the domestic while I am manufacturing 20,000. Extra 6,000 if I manufacture, why should I pay my fixed cost? Already I have paid my rent, I have paid everything. I'll not pay anything else. Now understand the format. Now I got domestic here. What is my profit if I sell my foreign? That is same contribution, 36,000. Now understand, the A question was what? Will you accept the foreign order or not? See, I am making profit of 36,000. Definitely, I would love to actually accept the foreign order because I am making 36,000 profit. Supposingly, if here there was a loss, then I'll definitely reject the order. The only thing is what? Fixed cost in foreign order we are not supposed to calculate because already the fixed cost is given in the domestic market. In the foreign order, we'll only calculate the sales and the variable cost. If you understand this, the problem is done. So let's go with the next question, that is question number B. We have how much? What if the order was placed by a local dealer? Now for that, what exactly you are supposed to do is, now write down here, B. Now understand, local person. Now in the domestic, I'm selling for 60 rupees. Now the local person, when I say local person, again he's also what? Domestic. He's asking for 30 rupees. Now example I'll tell you, MYSURU, I'm selling this calculator for 60 rupees. Now a person from Bangalore or Chennai or anywhere, he's asking me for 30 rupees. Will I go with it? Definitely no. The reason is one, he will take all my customers if I sell it to him. Now the next thing is, will I make profit or not? So I'll definitely not give him for 30 rupees. Now you can go for your conclusion. What is the conclusion? The first conclusion is, you will write here the first one. Okay. You are selling it for 60 rupees. You will not give anybody for 30 rupees because the minute you give it to him, your customers who are paying you 60 will not pay you. They'll go to him. That is the first conclusion. Second conclusion is, you have a steady market in your domestic itself with 60 rupees and you are making profit. And you are making what? Profit. Now, why will you actually go for less? That is the second one. Third one, you can go with this. Somebody is taking your product and they are selling it. They are not using it. They are selling it. So why will you invite anybody as a middleman for your own product? So these are the conclusions which you are supposed to go with, and that is how you will actually get 10 marks if you go with it. One more thing is that what exactly you are supposed to do. Again, here also, if you feel that nobody is taking your product, means then you can think about it, but your product is doing good. That's the reason you got a dealer from Australia. So you don't go and don't sell this to anybody who is the local dealer. So this is how you are supposed to go with conclusion. If you have any doubt regarding marginal cost, please do call me. I'm always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.